Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu Defense, guys. This is a huge announcement, as you all now are aware of, and this is our new channel, PendulumEdu Defense, and this is solely dedicated to defense examination, and I'm here to help you with the English section today right here. So guys, this session will be for reading comprehension. As you see right here, it is reading comprehension. A bit has been covered, a bit not a problem. It is approach and practice that we are going to talk about. Those who haven't, guys, whosoever you guys are watching, you can let your friends know about this so that if they are not aware of it, they can get the benefit. Okay, yes, hello, Ruhi is there, exam crack is there, hello guys. And abhi 9 a.m. पर I told you in the Hindu editorial session that we're going to have a session at 10, and you guys are right here. Thank you for joining in. Thank you guys. So slowly and gradually I hope people are joining us, and they will like keep on joining us. You guys can let your friends know, definitely. Okay guys, and let's begin with the session. Hope you guys have, until now you guys must have worked a bit on it, but I'm going to guide you through, like, though this is a crash course for CDS, okay, it is a crash course, but I'm not going to rush. Okay, I'm not going to rush. I'm going to go like not really slow and not really fast, but somewhere between the moderate, with the moderate pace we are going to run, so that we can practice everything while we can cover it. Eliash, good morning guys, good morning. Chalo, so let's begin with it. And very first thing I want you guys to understand is reading ability. Guys, jaldi se mujhe batao, what do you understand? What do you understand by the real meaning when it comes to reading ability? Eliash, Ruhi, exam crack, quickly let me know, what do you really understand by reading ability? आपके हिसाब से या आपके अनुसार रीडिंग एबिलिटी क्या है? Yes, quickly. See, it basically depends on person to person. The interpretation is different. People take reading ability as something really different from what it really is. I just want to know what you guys think of reading ability. Anyone who wishes to let me know. Okay, okay, Ami, my aim, good morning. I'm waiting, guys, if any one of you has to like share something with me about reading ability, as I've asked. Okay, I'm going to guide you through. I'm going to let you know, guys. Okay, reading ability is not कि आप कितनी जल्दी कितना ज़्यादा पढ़ सकते हैं. जैसे मैंने आपको ये एक छोटा सा पैराग्राफ यहाँ पर दिया है. सो मेरा रीडिंग एबिलिटी आपको बताने का ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप कितनी जल्दी इस पैराग्राफ को पढ़ सकते हैं. नो, इट्स नॉट अबाउट द टाइम गाइस. इट्स अबाउट how much you can read and understand in one go. For example, you read this, and when I just change the screen, I just switch the screen and I ask you, what have you just read? Will you be able to explain it to me? That is reading ability. Getting it? Yes, Ami, my aim. I'm really impressed. That is what you... Okay, great. To read and understand this meaning of something at the same time. That's apt. Apt answer, appropriate answer, and I'm really happy with the answer. Great, guys. So if I ask you guys to read this paragraph, small paragraph, and I ask you for the meaning, or I ask you what you've just read about, quickly try. Ami, my aim, exam crack, Eliash, Ruhi, try it out, guys. Try it out, guys. Farmers protesting against three agricultural reform laws and on related issues have reached a partial agreement with the centre on Wednesday, but the main points of contention remain unresolved. The government has agreed to not penalise farmers for stubble burning and to safeguard power subsidies. Is it understood? When you read and you try to comprehend guys कि farmers ने भले ही जो laws है reform laws उनको अपोज किया है, वेंसडे को गवर्नमेंट के साथ मीटिंग भी हुआ, बट उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स completely रिजॉल्व अब तक नहीं हुई हैं. स्टबल बर्निंग के लिए उनको भले ही माफ कर दिया गया है, बट जो कंटेंशन के पॉइंट है, मतलब जो मतभेद जो कंट्रोवर्सी है वो अभी भी खत्म नहीं हुई है. Yes, Rui says yes. Yes, Ami Maim, yes. So, is this understood, guys? Reading ability का real meaning अब हम we can grab here. समझ रहे हैं, right? So, this is something I wanted to, emphasize on. This is something I wanted you to know. Ami Maim, this person, he answered, or maybe she answered it aptly, and this time it was really, really good. Okay guys, now my sole focus today will be on reading comprehension. I'm going to give you few things to note. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks which I believe are much needed for you to crack this comprehension section. And along with this, we're going to have few practice questions. I'm going to ask your perspective on those questions, and we're going to get the answer to the questions. Okay, so let's start guys, and I'm starting with it now here. So what are the types of questions asked in the reading comprehension section? Now here, when it comes to UPSC CDS exam, CDS, then the comprehension does not have just one type of question. It has different types of questions, and these different types are: number one, you can see vocabulary based, so synonym, antonym. कभी कभी जो फिलर्स होते हैं, जो फिलर बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस भी कॉम्प्रिहेंशन में दे आस्क, दे आर आल्सो vocabulary based. Okay, you have theme based questions like what does the author wish to imply, or what is author's perspective here, or what is the entire passage talking about. So that is the theme based, like what is the theme of the passage. Then comes next one, inference based. Guys, this one is something wherein you need to know that you don't have to directly answer the question. Whenever the question will be put up, it will not be a direct question, it will be an inference based one. Matlab, you have to infer or comprehend from the passage. Okay, आपको हिंट लेना पड़ेगा, and you will have to comprehend it, and then you can derive the answer from the passage. It will not be seen or given or written clearly in clear words. Straight up answer you will not get. You will have to try to read between the lines. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा डीप में इसको अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ेगा, and then only you will have the answer for such questions. Is it clear to everyone? Is everyone with me on this point? Yes, ma'am. Okay. And the fourth one is direct questions from the passage, which are fact-based. These questions, guys, are there. Okay, they are the direct questions. Answer भी बहुत clear words में लिखा होता है, but the wordings or the language or the terms used in the question may somewhere differ, the words that are used in the passage, but the meaning will be the same. Okay, inference based में आपको completely बस अपने दिमाग से zoom करके सोचना होगा कि ये ऐसा भी हो सकता है, राइटर के अनुसार. वो inference based होते हैं जो passage में नहीं दिया, but you have to infer. But direct questions are given in the passage. Okay, answer to direct questions. Okay, all right, Ami ma'am, aim. Okay. So these are the types of questions that you will find there in your reading comprehension. It will be there, like vocab. Now guys, it's up to you which type you have, you have strengthened or you have mastered. You know that this is something that is my strength. I can answer vocabulary based questions really well, or I can answer direct questions, theme based or inference questions. Okay, any one or two categories, and you can keep on answering. See, do not lose hope. because in CDS you will have multiple comprehensions. अगर 10 क्वेश्चंस भी हैं तो हो सकता है वो पैसेज 1 और पैसेज 2 में डिवाइडेड हो 5 or maybe 4 2 3. It can be anything. From one passage they can ask you also 2 questions or maybe just 1 question also. Okay, so you will be having multiple comprehensions and these passages are based on different topics. Okay, CDS में जो passages होते हैं comprehension, reading comprehension, they are based on different topics, guys. Getting my point? Okay, they are based on different topics. With that I mean that it can be pertaining to history or science or environment or mankind or moral and ethics, these moral ethical values, all of these, they can completely differ. Yes, exam correct, that's a yes for whatever I'm trying to explain it to you. So you can have these passages. Okay, so ये types of questions. आगे बढ़ते हैं, चले. Now you have to see that there are 2 approaches to decode an RC. Okay, अभी Anamika says कि parajumbles are very tough. I agree. देखो टफ इसलिए, सबसे पहली बात तो जो टॉपिक्स होते हैं उनसे पैराजम्बल्स पूछे जाते हैं, तो आपको लैंग्वेज थोड़ी डिफिकल्ट लगती है और सेंटेंसेस भी लंबे होते हैं, ठीक है, और थोड़े अगर छोटा भी है, कोई स्टोरी बेस्ड भी पैराजम्बल है तो वो कंफ्यूजिंग हो जाता है. हम उसको लिंक वी कांट इवन लिंक इट, और वी सी दैट अच्छा दिस कैन ऑल्सो फॉलो नेक्स्ट, दिस कैन ऑल्सो फॉलो नेक्स्ट. I will explain you, I'll give you a trick on parajumble also. I will be conducting a session while on that as well. Okay, Anamika, don't worry about it. Okay, so the approaches, like I want to understand how do you guys do it. Okay, quickly, Anamika, Exam Crack, Army, My Aim, Ruhi, everyone who is there, Eliash is there. Try to tell me quickly. Now, what are your, techniques or ways of attempting an RC? How do you, put forward your, leg to go for an RC? What do you do? See, this is well understood that the comprehensions given here are short ones, okay? छोटे comprehensions आपको दिए जाते हैं. So, based on that, I want you guys to let me know. I'm waiting. What is your, approach? You need to let me know the ways that you ought to attempt the RC, and I'm going to give you 2 approaches that I have for RC, and these are the set approaches that you will see most of the people follow. And okay, मैं पहले question पढ़ती हूँ. Anamika says okay, Anamika, so you go for question. Anamika कहती हैं वो पहले question फिर passage पर जाती हैं, फिर RC में उसका आंसर सर्च करती हूँ. Okay, I just first read the comprehension once really fast and then just go for questions. Okay, तो यहाँ पर हुआ कि एक व्यक्ति कह रहे हैं कि हम passage और फिर मैं जाता हूँ questions पर. अच्छा, point to be noted कि Army My Aim, he is saying that I read it really fast, मतलब वो skim करते हैं passage को, scan नहीं करते. He doesn't scan it, he skims it, मतलब उसको एक quick read देते हैं. Okay, very good guys, very good. I'm getting, see, it is really important for me to know what you guys do, okay, and then I can guide you through. ओके, चलो. सो अभी मुझे दोनों अप्रोचेस मिल गई हैं जो एक्चुअल, देखो 2 ही तरीके हैं, या तो आप पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ोगे या फिर आप पहले पैसेज पढ़ोगे. तो मुझे ये दोनों अप्रोचेस अनामिका और आमी माई एम ने दी है ना. गाइस सी, इसको कहते हैं हम QP अप्रोच, इसको हम कहते हैं PQ अप्रोच. देखो, पैसेज क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन पैसेज. पहली जो अप्रोच है वो PQ अप्रोच ही है मेरी भी, जहाँ पर हमको अभी आमी माइम ने कहा कि मैं पैसेज फिर क्वेश्चंस पर जाता हूँ. तो यहाँ पर एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो आती है वो ये है कि पैराग्राफ को स्किम कीजिए. ओके, don't try to scan it completely. If you are going to read and understand every line of the passage, then you will go really wrong, because it is not necessary that the questions asked are from the every single line in the passage. Okay, उस पैसेज में से मे बी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा गया हो, 2 or 4, मे बी 4, राइट? सो इट डजंट make it compulsory that you will be asked a question from every single line. So why to waste your time? Just skim it, give it a quick read. Skim का मतलब give it a quick read. अच्छा, इससे क्या really sorry, इससे क्या benefit होगा? You can understand the theme of the passage. You can understand when the important words you read, the जो terminologies आपके brain में जा रही हैं, that you are trying to encrypt, that is going to help you understand कि अच्छा किस तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, या जो क्वेश्चन आप तुरंत पढ़ोगे then you can recall, अच्छा मैंने ये वर्ड वहाँ देखा, इस वर्ड से रिलेटेड है, हो सकता है इसका आंसर वहाँ पर मिल सकता है मुझे. Getting my point? So you have to give it a quick read, guys. Okay, and once you give it a quick read, फिर जाइए अपने questions पर, और questions के बाद आइए वापस पैराग्राफ पर. देखो, क्विक रीड का फ़ायदा ये होता है कि आपको कुछ चीज़ें ब्रेन में याद रहती हैं, सेट रहती हैं वो, and then through that, with the help of that, what you can do is you can definitely try to answer your questions थ्रू सेकेंड रीड. उस केस में आप जब क्वेश्चन का कोई कीवर्ड पिक करके आते हो तो आप वहां पर स्कैन करोगे अपने पैसेज को, राइट? मंजू says yes, so मंजू also agrees here. So हो सकता है मंजू, I guess you also follow PQ approach, right? And मंजू, do you also follow PQ approach, मंजू? Okay. Alright, so it is well understood, I guess. मंजू भी PQ approach ही follow करती हैं, and so PQ approach का yes, मंजू says yes ma'am I do, so great. So यहाँ PQ approach का एक बहुत अच्छा benefit यही है कि आप जल्दी से इसको skim कर लीजिए, quick read दे दीजिए, ठीक है? फिर क्वेश्चंस पर जाइए. अभी जब हम क्वेश्चंस करेंगे तो हम दोनों टेक्निक्स को अप्लाई करके देखेंगे, एंड वी विल सी हाउ टू गेट अप विद इट. ओके, चलिए अगला जो है वो है आपका QP अप्रोच, जो कि क्वेश्चंस और फिर पैराग्राफ या पैसेज, ठीक है, अप्रोच है. यहाँ पर गाइस कीवर्ड्स की बहुत ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि आप क्वेश्चन देख रहे हो तो क्वेश्चन में से आपको कीवर्ड्स पिक करने पड़ेंगे, तो ही आप पैराग्राफ में वो आंसर लोकेट कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? जैसे आपने देखा कि कोई ऐसे 2 वर्ड्स पिक किए जो आपके क्वेश्चन को कंप्लीटली डिफाइन कर रहे हैं, वही 2 वर्ड्स हैं जिनके ऊपर आपका क्वेश्चन जो है बेस्ड है. सो बेस्ड ऑन, लाइक यू कैन पिक दीज 2 वर्ड्स एज योर कीवर्ड्स एंड यू कैन ट्राई टू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. Okay, when you move forward with your keywords, you have to locate, like while skimming you have to see former and latter part also. Now this is not necessary, guys, that you will have or you will locate the exact keyword that you have in the question. You can have the word that is similar to that keyword, or a phrase that is the meaning, or that is imparting the meaning of the keyword that you have just observed in the question. Okay, so आपको उसका former और latter part भी थोड़ा सा you have to go through it to understand and comprehend the answer completely and with a surety. Is it correct, right? Guys, is it understood? What you are going to do in QP approach is this, guys. Yes, I do. Then in case of true or false questions, you have to follow the elimination technique. True or false questions में अगर 4 sentences or 4 options are given to you, then what you can do is that you definitely have to, eliminate it, in the sense, read the first line, pull the keywords, try to look it in the passage. If you see, well off. If you don't, then keep on eliminating. जो false है eliminate कर दो, जो true है वो last में बचेगा, या जो true है उनको eliminate कर दीजिए, जो false है वो last में बच जाएगा. So this is what you have to do. Understood? Great. All right. Good. So this is how you have to do. PQ approach वो भी well approach है. QP approach वो भी well set approach है. It completely depends on your practice and your preference, guys. अगर आप क्वेश्चन पैसेज की अप्रोच अपना सकते हैं, वेल एंड गुड. अगर आप पैसेज क्वेश्चन की अप्रोच अपनाना चाहते हैं, यू कैन टेक अप दैट. Is it appropriate? Is it well understood, guys? Now, do not bother changing your approaches at the end moment, or at the 11th hour now. Okay, the exam is there, right? So do not do it now. But whichever approach you guys are following, because इन दो में से और कोई approach है नहीं, so आप यही कर रहे होंगे. तो जो approach आप कर रहे हैं, keep on practicing. Now, people who are juggling, who are struggling with RC, try इनमें से देखिए आप क्या चीज़ मिस करते हैं. हो सकता है you don't locate keywords well, आप सही keywords pick नहीं करते. हो सकता है आप उसको properly फिर check नहीं करते हैं passage में. And you can somewhere miss the answer. And in CDS, the options given are confusing. Sometimes you would feel that, okay, I'll show you the questions, abhi previous year questions, a few questions that you will see. You will definitely see and feel that yes, something varies. There are slight variations and you might get confused in answering the questions. Alright guys. सबने लिखा है understood, yes. Yes. PQP, yes, because अगर मैं पैसेज पर आई फिर क्वेश्चन फिर पैसेज पर तो जाना ही पड़ेगा. दैट इज करेक्ट आमी, दैट्स करेक्ट, क्योंकि मैं यहाँ स्किम कर रही हूँ, फिर मैं डिटेल स्कैन के लिए वापस जाऊंगी ही कीवर्ड्स को पिक करके, तो वो PQP हो जाएगा. दैट इज करेक्ट. ओके, सो इट्स PQP नाउ. ओके, चलो. इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? अब यहाँ पर भी मैं कह सकती हूँ कभी QPQ हो गया तो, क्योंकि कभी कभी हम भूल जाते हैं, वापस क्वेश्चन पर आते हैं. तो ऐसा मत कीजिए. ओके, यहाँ पे मत कीजिए, बार बार क्वेश्चन पर आने की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होनी चाहिए. उस केस में आपकी रीडिंग एबिलिटी पर क्वेश्चन मार्क लग जाएगा कि आप कीवर्ड्स ही पिक करके उस क्वेश्चन को ही नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं, देन इट्स अ प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, चलो. So these are two approaches. You can pick any one. Let's move ahead, and I am going to now give you a few tips. Now, very first thing is, guys, that bear in mind that not all questions are difficult. Some are direct and some are inference based. So do not get stuck and lose hope. Okay, don't get stuck right there and don't get worried or anxious that okay, these are all are difficult questions for RC and I won't be able to do it. No. There are a few questions which are difficult and there are a few questions that are easy to moderate, so you don't have to worry much because not all questions are going to be difficult. Okay guys? Manju says yes ma'am. Right. So इस बात को you have to bear in mind guys कि सारे questions difficult नहीं होते हैं और ना ही कभी होंगे. Okay? So you can take it easy and keep on going. Don't get stuck at one point. If you're unable to answer a question, उधर जबरदस्ती नहीं करना है. Don't do that. Okay. Next point is develop the habit of reading and specifically the editorial section. Read more about science, technology, history, literature, etc. as passages are from these topics in the exam. Now guys, I want to guide you with this. As I said that passages are based on maybe history, science, geography, technology, all of this. So you have to try to grab more and more knowledge, or you have to read more and more about it so that you get used to the terms and terminologies of it. Okay, once you get used to the terms and terminologies, it is definitely going to become simpler for you, a bit easier as well. at the same moment. It is going to be easier for you, and the habit of reading will enhance your ability, reading ability, like undoubtedly. Okay, so try to develop the habit of reading, and this is definitely going to help you. And as I said, specifically that's editorial section that we do every single day. You can give it a read as well, and you can read different articles that are published that are pertaining to science and other things that I have just mentioned. Okay guys, this is point 2 that I want to tell you. Then point 3 comes. This is exceedingly important. The reason it is that people try to cram every line of the passage. Don't do that. See, अगर आप रटने की कोशिश करेंगे पैसेज को, रीडिंग पैसेज को, it will become extremely hard and extremely difficult for you. Okay, so do not work on like just cramming it completely. ठीक है, उसको रटने की जरूरत नहीं है. Don't do that. As that is not needed, try to locate the keyword. As I said, you just have to locate these keywords, and it is going to be really simpler for you guys. Okay, definitely, yes, it is going to be. Then comes that the question should be answered using the text given in the passage. Do not assume anything except for inference-based questions. That is something separate. We somewhere, go towards assumptions. But whatever questions other than inference-based, you have to answer it from the text. Inference-based should also be based on what the text is about. It should not be completely different. Otherwise, your answer will be wrong for sure. Okay. So whatever is given in the passage, your answers should be related, should be revolving around that only. Okay? Is this understood? Guys, any doubt until here? If you guys face any trouble or problem until here, you guys can quickly let me know. Manju, Amima, Aim, then we have Ruhi, Anamika, Exam Crack, Eliash. Quickly let me know if you guys have any doubts. Until here, is it understood? Yes. Sometimes passages use difficult vocab. How to crack them? No doubt. Okay, Manju says no doubt. Exam crack. That's really obvious that you would have vocabulary, and that is what I am trying to convey in this point. That develop the habit so that you get used to the terms and terminologies. Now, when it comes to vocabulary, it is something that is infinite. You cannot vouch for every word that is there. Okay, every day you're going to learn something new when it comes to vocabulary, because every day something when you add on some other words or maybe a phrase or an idiom that happens. Okay, now for difficult words in a passage, what you can do the most is you can skim the former and the latter part to grab a bit of hint about the word. Okay, what the sentence is trying to say. Okay, in that context you can relate why this word has been placed here. You can try to grab a hint, okay, from that part. If you are not completely unaware of the word, then you can try this to develop or to grab the hint. Since if in case you derive the hint, it goes well. If you are unable to derive the hint as well, then you don't have to get stuck. You have to move on. Getting my point? Amima, is it clear to how to grab the hint? Eliash says no doubt. Anoop says okay, great. So Amima, is it clear how to go for difficult vocabulary words? This is the only way that you can, try to grab it. Okay, all clear. Chalo, let's then go ahead. Clear practice is the key. That's correct. Clear practice is definitely the key. There is no doubt about it. And see, whether it is reading comprehension, see, English is a language and not a subject. So for that, there are various, exceptions. So uske liye you have to be well prepared. Okay, you cannot cram this language. You cannot cram it at all. Okay. Alright, so let's move ahead, guys. And now I move on to the practice questions here. And the very first passage I have for you, you can see it is somewhere related to like general human life and creatures and life. Okay, it is about it. So I'm giving it like 1-2 minutes for you guys to go through the passage, and then we'll go to the questions. Alright, I hope you guys must have read it until now, because it's not a lengthy paragraph. You just have to skim it, give it a quick read, okay? Now I have 2 questions based on this passage, okay? 2 questions. The first question says the author's main point is, which means this is a theme based question, okay? Main point. Different forms of lives are found on earth. Different levels of existence are possible. Peace and security are the chief goals of all living beings. Even the weakest creature struggles to preserve its life. Now, I'm going to go on the passage back. And the main point that I can see is about that in the very first, the approach of life, chahe pragmatic ho ya other. Pragmatic is an adjective which means practical. Okay, it is based on, it is completely squarely and unmistakably, मतलब आपको घूम फिर कर एक ही point पर लेकर आती है that we all strive for peace, security and happiness. So this is the entire approach of our life, and the writer has further explained it through various examples for human beings, animals and insects and other creatures. This is what the writer has done, right? So here, what is the answer? Yes, C. The people say C. That is, peace and security are the chief goals of all living beings. That's appropriate. Guys, that's correct. Great, guys. We just saw it in the very first line, which is clearly given. So it is C definitely. Peace and security are the chief goals of all living beings. Impressive, guys. Very good. Now, second one. Which one of the following assumptions or steps is essential in developing the author's position? So assumption, author की position पर आने के लिए कौन सी assumption ज़रूरी है? Now this is assumption, okay? All forms of life have a single overriding goal. The will to survive of creature is identified with a desire for peace. All beings are divided into higher and lower groups. A parallel is drawn between happiness and life, pain and death. Okay. Someone says B, Manju says D, Ami says B, Manju says D. Okay. Anyone else who wishes to answer? Okay, not a problem. Okay. Guys, see, assumption जो author की position है, author ने इस जो अपना भी जो भी theme या basis जो identify किया है वो किस basis पर किया है देखिए. In the passage it is given that people exist, see, of existence is there, then that he's talking about all beings, they seek peace, comfort and security. And everyone, whether it is a small creature, a mute creature or a man, everyone is after peace and security. So yes, definitely it is option B, that is a desire for peace. Everyone desires peace and security. So that's correct. Anoop is also correct. B, that's correct, Anoop. B is correct. The will to survive of a creature is identified with a desire for peace. I agree. Great. So is it understood to all of you? Yes, indeed it is. So let's quickly move on to the next passage, that is passage 2 I have for you guys. And quickly I'm giving you 1 minute again to quickly skim it. I hope the skimming is done, right? So let's move on to the question. Skimming is done, guys. Done with skimming. 1 minute is over. These are the questions. Question 1 says, why a beautiful landscape will fill us with infinite satisfaction? So we need a reason. We love beauty, full of green vegetation, ensure our future existence. It will show our command over nature. Quickly answer it. Why a beautiful landscape will fill us with satisfaction? What is the reason? Why will we be satisfied? Will not just attract our attention but fill us with infinite satisfaction. I'm waiting for your answers. Why do you think that this is the reason that we will be satisfied when we have a look at the landscape which is full of green vegetation? Skimming is done. Where is the answer, guys? Quickly answer it. Anoop, Army, my aim. Quickly answer it. Manju, Eliash, where are you guys now? Anamika, everyone, quickly. Ruhi, exam track, quickly answer it. Okay, Army, my aim says C. Anyone else who wishes to answer C? It will ensure our future existence. Manju says A. We love beauty. We have C, we have A. Okay, now I'm going to take these options as the answer for here, but guys, I want you to know, when I say that we will be filled with satisfaction because of this green vegetation, beautiful landscape means the green vegetation. We are going to be satisfied not because we love beauty, but because हमें दिख रहा होगा that our future is preserved. Okay, our future generations will have something to look forward to and it will be well preserved. So it will be C. Guys, देखो, we have to give it a broad view and thinking. ठीक है, satisfaction क्यों मिल रहा है? सिर्फ खूबसूरती देख के नहीं, क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि हमारा future भी secured है. Because of that we are satisfied and relaxed. Is it understood, guys? Moving ahead, next, what does struggle in the passage mean? Struggle to exist in the world, to save nature, to catch up with modern trends, or to conserve oxygen? Quickly, struggle कहाँ पर दिया है? Word देखिए, struggle. It's here. Man will perish without nature, so modern man should continue the struggle to save plants which give us oxygen from the extinct iron. Moreover, nature is essential to man's health. It's simple guys, very simple. Struggle word का reference क्यों दिया गया है? Quickly. I'm waiting guys, quickly. Struggle word का reference, why it has been given here. Anoop says A. Man struggles to exist in the world. Ami, my aim says to save nature. Manju, what is your answer here? B, again, to save nature. That's absolutely correct, guys. देखो सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन, आई एम रियली सॉरी, सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन या प्लांट्स को बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. एज अ होल वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट नेचर. मैन विल कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉय विदाउट नेचर. दैट पर्सन cannot survive. So what are we struggling for? We are struggling to save nature. Correct. Very good. Yes, comforts exit. Very good. Oh my god. Alright guys, so is this understood to all? It's option B, that's correct. Next we move to what does the writer suggest. अब यहाँ से keywords pick करते हैं. देखो question से keyword. अब यहाँ question और passage approach pick कर रहे हैं. Okay. We should not modernize so that nature can be preserved. While modernizing, we should be careful not to destroy nature. All nature has been destroyed by modern living. Nature destroyed modern living. Carving natural resources hamper growth of industries. Modernizing, careful not to destroy nature. Should not modernize at all. So writer क्या suggest कर रहा है, ये तो हम बिना passage पर जाए मुझे आंसर बताइए guys. If you have answered first two questions तो आपने passage तो काफी अच्छे से कर लिया होगा. छोटा सा passage है. For this question I'm not going to pass it. If needed we will go. I want you guys to answer without moving on to the passage. जल्दी से ये question को answer कीजिए. What does the writer suggest guys? Ami, my aim says B. B. Manju says B. That's correct, guys. That's appropriate. Very well said. While modernizing, we should be careful not to destroy nature. देखो, modernization stop करना, that's not possible. You know, nature को destroy करना, a big no to that as well. So the writer is just trying to convey with this statement. See, in a few places, some natural reserves are now being carved out to avert the danger of destroying nature completely. So because of modernization, nature is now yielding to towns, roads and industrial area, which is right. The beautiful landscape is all that we need. But while we are modernizing, we should not destroy our nature. So that's correct. B. Anoop is also correct. B. That's correct, guys. Very well done. Let's move on to question number 4, guys. Which one of the following is the correct statement? मतलब आप true false में से true statement ढूंढेंगे. According to the passage, beauty is only skin deep. मतलब सिर्फ skin के अंदर हमने बात ही नहीं की है. ये skin deep तो बिल्कुल गलत है. Everything is beautiful in its natural state. Like we didn't say this. The nature is beautiful. That is what has been said. Nature की beauty के बारे में कहा गया है. But सब कुछ अपने natural state में अच्छा लगता है. This is not the conclusion. There is beauty in nature. Yes, this is there. Nature is a moral teacher. No, we haven't talked about any moral learning from nature. Answer will be C. Yes, Ami Maim, your answer is correct. There is beauty in nature. पहली ही line में कहा है passage के that we should preserve nature to preserve life and beauty. So nature is beautiful. That is correct. Manju, yes, your answer is correct. It's option C. Very well done, guys. You guys are going really, really well and the answers are going correct. ओके, वेल डन। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। वी हैव वन मोर क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस। व्हाट इज नेचर इन द पैसेज मीन? चलो बिना पैसेज पर गए हम फिर से आंसर सोचते हैं। व्हाट इज नेचर? अभी मैंने कहा नेचर के बारे में कहा उन्होंने। क्या है नेचर? Countryside covered with plants and trees. Physical power that created the world? No, that is not at all possible. Inherent things that determine character? No. Practical study of plants and animals or countryside covered with plants and trees? Quickly, A और D में से ही आंसर हो सकता है गाइस। अब आपको आंसर करना है। मैं देखना चाहती हूँ कंफ्यूज तो नहीं हुआ। Either A or D guys. क्या कंट्री साइड जैसा कुछ भी कहा गया है वहां पर अबाउट नेचर? क्या मैं सिर्फ कंट्री साइड को नेचर, मतलब जो कंट्री साइड अगर प्लांट और ट्रीज से कवर्ड है थोड़ा बहुत हिस्सा मेरी कंट्री के बाहर, क्या उसको मैं नेचर कह दूंगी सिर्फ? नो आमिमा एम, दैट्स रॉन्ग। मैं किसी पर्टिकुलर जगह को नहीं नाम दे सकती हूँ नेचर का। Is it? Is it? Is it given in this passage? Yes, it is. A beautiful landscape. Correct. A beautiful passage में यही कहा गया है. That is correct. A beautiful landscape. So वो countryside के तरह ही use कर सकते हैं, या wordings change हो गई है but कहा वही गया है. That is correct. It will be option A. क्योंकि मैं उसको study. Nature is not study, right? Nature is not study. Okay. गाइज आप लोगों ने तुरंत अपने आंसर बदल दिए। सी डोंट बी सो अनश्योर गाइज। देखो यहाँ पर मैं नेचर, आई कैन नॉट टर्म नेचर एज प्रैक्टिकल स्टडी ऑफ प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स। मैं उसको कोई स्टडी नहीं, कोई रिसर्च नहीं कह सकती। और पैसेज में भी जो वर्ड दिया है वो दिया है अ ब्यूटिफुल लैंडस्केप फुल ऑफ ग्रीन वेजिटेशन। विल, तो ये किसको रेफर करा जा रहा है? ये नेचर को रेफरेंस दी जा रही है, राइट? तो जो पैसेज में दिया है उसके बेसिस पर ही हमको आंसर भी करना है। ओके, या आई गॉट यू गाइज कंफ्यूज्ड एंड व्हेन आई related it back, you guys quickly instantly change your answers. चलो, it's A, you guys were correct. Well done. Now it's understood. I hope there is no confusion. Manju and Amima Aim, is it well clear? Quickly let me know. Is it clear to both of you? Yes, it is also a part of nature. Yes, that's well said. Okay, let's go ahead then. Passage 3, we are moving on to passage 3 guys. The world is very full of people, appallingly full. Clear? Manju, clear? Now quickly skim this passage and answer the next questions. Okay, so a minute is over. I hope you have skimmed it completely. Let's move on to the question, guys. We have a question here. Which one of the following is the correct statement? The author prefers the second solution because. क्यों author को लगता है कि दो solution में से second solution ज़्यादा better है? See here. पहला solution है नाजी solution. लोगों को नहीं पसंद करते, उनको मार दो, बैनिश कर दो, अलग कर दो। जो दूसरा सोल्यूशन है वो थोड़ा कम थ्रिलिंग है। थ्रिलिंग मतलब इसमें देखो कितना थ्रिल इन्वॉल्व है, राइट? मारना, लाइक यू नो थ्रिलर, यू सी द मूवीज एंड सीरीज आर थ्रिलर, सो दैट इन्वॉल्व्स किलिंग, सस्पेंस एंड एवरीथिंग. Adventure, you know, but not adventure is a positive word. I cannot say that here it's adventure. Killing people is not an adventure. But it is on the whole way of democracies and I prefer it. Way of democracies क्या है? Because it is on the way of democracies. That is why the writer says, I prefer it. So he likes it. He's not a Nazi. He's essentially being a Democrat, or there is no other way. Guys, there is other way. दो तरीके हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये he's not a Nazi. No, he likes it. He's essentially being a Democrat, because यहाँ पर क्या है, ये it is on the whole way of democracies, or he's being a Democrat. That's why he's trying to opt for this solution. That is the second solution. Is it clear to all of you? That will be option C. He's essentially being a Democrat. Guys, now get back. Buck up now. Quickly. C. Yes, Ami my aim. Correct. C. Absolutely right. Manju is also right. C. Very well done, guys. Next question. Which one of the following is the correct statement? The author thinks that the other solution is much less thrilling because it is. क्यों कम thrilling है, guys? Because it is dull, based on tolerance, not based on love, lacking in adventure. I said adventure we cannot use because killing people is not adventure. So I cannot say that there was no adventure in other solution. That is why we no. Option D is completely a no. It was dull or based on tolerance, not based on love. Ab now quickly come here. It is saying the other way is much less thrilling, but it is the whole way of the democracies and I prefer it. If you don't like people, put up with them. Put up with them मतलब उनको बर्दाश्त करो, झेलो उनको. बर्दाश्त करो तो बर्दाश्त करो तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा? It is based on tolerance. That is why it is, you know, the other solution is much less thrilling. क्योंकि आपको उनको बर्दाश्त करना है, आप सबमिसिव हो जा रहे हो, ठीक है, आप उनको मार नहीं रहे हो, you're not going against them, so that is why it is going to be based on tolerance. Okay, yes, your answers are correct. Manju, Ami my aim, yes, it's option B. Correct, very well done. Moving on to the next part. Which one of the following is the correct statement? According to the writer, Nazi solution is the easiest solution, the readiest, the national, or the Hitlerian solution. Yeah, what is? Writer के according, भाई देखो, if you have to, second solution में कहा था, you have to tolerate, you have to bear it, you have to put up with them, you have to brainstorm it. First solution में you just quickly kill them and you end it. So first, a Nazi solution comes out to be the easiest solution. वो simple solution लग रहा है, जबकि second वाला solution is bit difficult because it is not simple or easy to tolerate people. Getting my point, guys? Nazi solution is the easiest solution. Okay? Well done. Now, another question. What is the author? What does the author mean by appallingly, guys? What is meant by appallingly? ये first line में ही दिया था. यहाँ पर देखिए, the world is very full of people. Appallingly full. Appallingly full. Why we're saying appallingly full? Yes, my aim is correct for question number 8. Why here we have used appallingly? Manju, yes, that's correct for question number 8. Now question number 9, I want you guys to answer. Quickly answer question number 9. He is making an appeal to leaders of the masses? No. He's telling about what people are feeling. So no appeal, not interesting, unpredictably full. People are unpredictably full or in disconcertingly large number. भाई appallingly अगर आप वहाँ देखो तो एक intensifier की तरह इस्तेमाल किया गया है. Intensifier की तरह यूज़ किया गया है उसको, किसी चीज़ का उसको बढ़ावा, एक बड़ा चढ़ाकर समझाने की बात की जा रही है. So it is no. No Manju, yes, Amima, it's B. Disconcertingly large number. People के बारे में कहा जा रहा है which are appallingly full. बहुत हद तक वो भरे हुए हैं, like full, completely packed. So it's option B, that is in disconcertingly large numbers. Okay. No for very interesting, no for unpredictably. That's question 9 for us. Let's move ahead. Next is we have passage number 4, guys, for you. And I'm going to give you 1 minute to quickly go through it. Okay, let's begin. Okay, 1 minute is well over and I hope you guys have skimmed it and given it a quick read. Okay, so let's begin with the questions. And I guess this passage is simple in terms the ones that we have already done. What is the author's intention in the passage? What is the author's intention, guys? To contrast Indian character with English, to show that Indian is sorrowful, to ridicule Indian traditions. नहीं, कहीं भी उन्होंने ridicule नहीं करा है, praise भी नहीं करा है, ना किसी को अच्छा बताया है, ना किसी को बुरा. और क्या मैं कह सकती हूँ to show that Indian is sorrowful? क्या passage का intention सिर्फ ये बताने का है that someone or the Indian man or the Indian, okay, that person is sorrowful, is sad? क्या सिर्फ यही intention है इस passage का? No. इस passage का intention है that the Indian character and the English character, how were they different when it came to parting ways? Okay, so that is the contrast that the writer wishes or the author wishes to let us know. So it is option A, right guys? Yes, see, it is so simple for you. You guys are also answering it correct. Yes, Amima Aim, that is correct. बिल्कुल correct है आपका answer. It is option A. Manju, correct. Right, that is option A. Very well done. Quickly now, second one. Quickly go to it. Next one. What does but in me the Englishman came out strong imply? इसका क्या मतलब निकल कर आता है that in me the Englishman came out strong? Question 11B. He had a typical English character. Yes, Amima Aim, that's correct. He was a strong Englishman. No, I cannot say. He says that the Englishman in me came out. मतलब मेरा जो character है या जो मेरा जो nature है वो बाहर आया. So that was his character, the nature, that the personality he has. That's correct. It's option B. Manju, your answer is also correct. It's option B. Next we have, why was the Indian friend plunged in despair? क्यों वो उसके बिल्कुल दुख में दर्द में डूबे हुए थे? Plunge is to like to be into something. किसी चीज में जैसे हम डूब जाते हैं ना, dive कर देते हैं, so that is डूब जाना. Okay, that is plunge. So क्यों he was like plunged in despair? What's the reason behind it, guys? Yes. Try to quickly answer it. What was the reason behind the Indian friend of this English character being so sad and sorrowful at the same? Like that's the same thing to say. It's really simple. He was hopeless. Racial discrimination was not there. He didn't. This money spending, all of things have not been mentioned in this passage. He would never be so happy again. No, he didn't say. We cannot say that he couldn't be happy. There is possibility that he would be, but at that moment he was hopeless. Okay, at that moment he was hopeless. अभी देखो confusion C और A में बिल्कुल हो सकता है, because it is given in the passage that he thought that holidays are over and his world is over now. Okay, so he could not express his sorrow. He plunged because he had to part ways. He felt at that moment he was just hopeless. We cannot say that situation ऐसी कभी हो ही नहीं सकती, so we cannot go to the extreme part. But उस moment के लिए he was hopeless. Okay. C और A. अच्छा, अभी सब confused थे? Yes, it will be A. Okay. Yes, it will be A, guys. That is correct. Hopeless. Buck up, yes, that's correct. Cheer up, option C. That's correct, guys. Manju and Amai, both of you answering it correct. That's cheer up. Absolutely correct. Very well done. Going really, really well. Now we're left with the last question, and that is, what does the word plunge mean in the context of the passage? What does this word plunge mean? Abhi, I have explained it to you in the last question, wherein we were talking about that the Indian friend plunged into despair. So what was the reason? We have done it. What is plunge? Yes, exam crack. That is, plunge means to dive, so it will be C. Plunge means to dive. That's correct. Cheer up, yes. Buck up means cheer up. Okay, you were answering it for that. That's correct. Here also plunge is correct. That is dive. Okay, किसी चीज में कूद जाना. That is plunge. So वो दुख दर्द में डूब गए थे. That was the Indian friend. Okay, who was lost and completely engulfed in sorrow. So yes, guys, this is the entire, all the words. Yes, Amima, aim C. Yes, that's correct. Manju, dive. Yes, correct. Very well done, guys. So we've practiced many questions, and you have been an active participant, doing really well. That is extremely great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So this is the entire session with all the things that I wish to cover, the concepts that we have covered, the tips that I shared with you, and the practice that we just did. Okay, so do not like consider it as like, okay, it is a crash course, so we are going to be really quick, and so no, that is not the case. We are trying to give you everything that is important and that is necessary for you guys to master it. So I will see you in the next session tomorrow. Do join me. Alright, guys, thank you for joining today. Goodbye.